What is good, YouTube fam? It is JP Buffett here, and I am back with another video. I hope you are all doing well because I do not think my video will be doing so. But as is life. Anywho, in today's video is mainly directed at my folks in the credit card community. I want to talk, well, not really a talk, more of a rant about loyalty programs and ask if they're really worth it. Does it make sense to actually rep those team colors? This video was sparked by my interest in KrostantinosPoints, his video about how American Express canceled all of his cards. It got me asking the question, should I actually care? Or should I really be caring about being loyal if I'm not actually going to get loyalty in return from my bank or whoever? So if you're interested in that video, stay tuned. So let's start off by saying that the purpose of a loyalty program is twofold. On the one hand, they are meant to tie customers to a company with different incentives like discounts or other types of perks. While on the other hand, it's basically about making that sweet money over a long period of time through repeat customers and use of their product. While there's nothing wrong with this, I do wonder if the incentives are actually helpful for the customer. What is the point of being loyal? And by this, I basically mean like, what is the reason for choosing one brand or company over another? You can kind of think of this as like, decide to stay at Hilton over a Marriott, or also think of it as choosing American Express and its trifecta over Chase and its trifecta. Does this type of team spirit, for lack of a better phrase, is this team spirit worth it? So in this video, I address this question using my own perspective, and by the end, I will give you my stance on staying loyal to a brand. So I set up my premise for this video. Now I want to frame my argument. So when we think about loyalty, we mainly think about it as a symbiotic relationship, basically kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. That's the kind of deal that we're talking about. And somehow I feel like loyalty was kind of hijacked by companies. And the reality, they only really care about their bottom line. That is what they're loyal to. And I gotta say, this is not all a bad thing. And I'm sure people who work at these companies are actually loyal. But the company itself cannot be loyal. It's in its nature to basically make money for themselves and try to squeeze every single dime out of the paying customer. The point of loyalty from their perspective, or at least I like to think so, the point of loyalty from their perspective is basically to have repeat customers and to improve their margins. So as a gesture, though, they might give you, some coupons, they might give you some discounts, stuff like that. I can think of American Express, for example, but we don't know if this is a good or a bad, return on money or return on spend for the customer. So let's take American Express and Chase, for example. Each of these programs have their own point currency. So in the case of American Express, you have membership rewards points, and in the case of Chase, you have ultimate rewards points. Now, let's think about the portals for these two different companies. In the case of Chase, it has, well, depending on the card you use, it has 1 cent per point to upwards of 1.5 cents per point for the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you shop in their portal. While on the other side, you have Amex would have range from 0.6 to 1 cent per point. And on top of that, Amex is known to tell customers, go out there, get gift cards, even though they know these are less valuable, it might not be worth it for the customer. Now let's think about that for a second. Would it make sense for a company that has loyalty, to reward this person with, less points, with less use for their points? It doesn't make sense to me. And that's kind of the funny thing about loyalty in humans. We are attached. We have these strong bonds with one another, and it makes us not want to go anywhere else. So we get kind of trapped into these loyalty programs. And does it actually make sense for us to be doing that? So this actually brings me to talking about Krostantino's situation. I hope I said your name right, bro. But yeah, his situation with dealing with credit cards and basically banks in general. I kind of think that it is on us to be selfish when it comes to these type of situations, because at the end of the day, as quickly as we can get these credit cards from these banks, they can cancel the credit cards and have us looking pretty dumb while we're out there traveling the world trying to, redeem all the points that we're making. And the argument from the bank side is basically saying, if we, act within the terms and conditions of their cards, we should be fine. And I would usually go along with this case, but given what has happened when he lost basically all of his Amex cards, our Amex accounts, I don't think I can go with this stance anymore. I actually had a similar thing happen to me with Chase years ago, and I don't really go into full detail, but basically I was a victim of identity theft, and instead of, helping me out with the process, Chase closed my account and did not give me a reason as to why this was happening besides I was too risky for them. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was mad. And, this really started to mess with me. I'm asking myself, in the state of mind now, was my loyalty to this company, why was it not given back to me? But I misjudged my situation. I misjudged thinking the company was a person. At the end of the day, the relationship with a company is always going to be a one-way street. So let me cut in here to ask, if you liked the video, please show the like button some love. Don't hit it, just click it. Thank you for helping out the channel. Much appreciated. Now I want to get back into the video. So if it is only a one-way street, does it make sense, or is it worth it for us to remain loyal to one bank? Now, I'm sure many in the credit card community already know this. There is no loyalty in this space, but I've thought this video will be worth it because some people might not know that, and it has me actually rethinking the relationship I would have with a bank. At the end of the day, it is up to us as people playing this game to play it accordingly. That basically means no loyalty, max out our money while minimizing our risk, just like the banks and all of the other loyalty programs that we go with. This will basically mean that it doesn't make any sense to hold some type of team loyalty to a brand or any type of company. I've actually seen myself doing this in the past, especially when it comes to American Express. And I'm sure some people watching this have seen my 5 reasons why I love the American Express green card. But yeah, I classify myself as an American Express fanboy. And this is mainly because of my nostalgic boyhood, dream of wanting the American Express green card. But now that I've achieved that, and I still have joy in the American Express product, I have found myself questioning why I am even doing business with this company, for a number of reasons. One being that, I have other card products with them, like the Everyday card, and my credit limit for the Everyday has been pretty low. And this is regardless of me being a client with them for a number of years. And to be fair, I know exactly why this is the case. It is mainly because of my previous credit history, which, is something I am working on. I actually have a video series that I am making about this. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you can see what I come out with that. But yeah, I understand that my credit history is not the best, but still, I've had this card and many others from American Express over the years. I paid my balance off in full each time, and you would think there would be some loyalty kickback in the form of a higher credit limit or what have you. But at the end of the day, the underwriting will always win for companies because that is what they are loyal to. They are loyal to basically minimizing their risk. And you can say the same thing about other, programs like airline programs, hotel programs, all the way down to your local store. Everyone wants your loyalty, but when push comes to shove, most of the time their loyalty is only to their bottom line. Which honestly, hey, that is fine by me. But I think that we should not expect that the idea of us being loyal to a brand or to a company is in our best interest. We have to realize that we are creatures of habit and that we want to be in a safe space. But we also have to try to know, to open up and go beyond what we think is safest for ourselves, and not remember that the loyalty that we have is only to ourselves and maybe to our friends and family around us. So for me, moving forward, I do not see loyalty really playing a factor, be it to a bank, a hotel, or airline, or anything else for that matter. That means there's no team Amex, no team Chase. It is just team transfer them points and get mine.
I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team? What team? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for myself and I'm going to get mine.
And when it comes to my credit card strategy, I will not be looking for trifectas anymore. I'll mainly be looking for transferable currency and finding a way to combine different points from different issuers that will make up my overall setup. And on that note, I actually plan on making a video coming down the pipeline talking about just that, how I'm planning on getting 6 cards to make up that setup. I'll put the link in the description below if you're watching this after that video has already been completed. But yeah, I want to know from you, do you think that loyalty programs are actually worth it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you are new here and you enjoy videos related to points, miles, and travel, including travel vlogs, show the subscribe button some love. Don't hit it, just click it. I promise you, my content is usually less depressing and preachy, but it is what it is. And of course, guys, until next time, peace.